It's Cadasalin on Sporting Icons.
So time and time again, we keep having to point out the complete dirtiness, the seediness of the WBA. Is it incompetence? Is it corruption? I'm leaning towards the latter. Anyway, so the WBA have released their new rankings for the month of April. Of course, it's now the 1st of April. And I'm going to go through the new top 15 as I do all the sanctioned bodies as and when they release them. So make sure you are subscribed. Nobody else here on YouTube does it. It's free. Click that subscribe button. Anyway, let's go through the new top 15. Oleksandr Usyk is the WBA Super World Heavyweight Champion. Daniel Dubois is the WBA Regular World Heavyweight Champion. Number 1, Deontay Wilder. Number 2, Mike McCauley. Number 3, Anthony Joshua. Number 4, Lenier Pero. Number 5, Arsenbek Makhmadov. Number 6, Luis Ortiz. Number 7, Filip Hrgovic. Number 8, Jonathan Guidry. Number 9, Jarrell Miller. Number 10, Murat Gassiev. Number 11, Jared Anderson. Number 12, Ajit Kabiel. Number 13, Trevor Bryan. Number 14, Fabio Wardley. And number 15, Ivan Dajko. So that's a new top 15 for the month of April from the WBA. Now, why did I say that they're so dirty or potentially even corrupt? Well, firstly, dropped out this month, Lucas Brown. He got stopped by Jarrell Miller, was it last weekend? Okay, he should be dropped from the top 15, no doubt. Anyway, fresh insert is Murat Gassiev. He won a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. I think it was in Russia or someplace like that. Anyway, that is what it is. But the talking point for this video isn't the fact that the WBA continue their bias with Don King, for example, when they had the likes of number 8, Jonathan Guidry in there, and they still have number 13, Trevor Bryan in their top 15, okay? We're not talking about that, no. What we're going to be talking about is number 1, Deontay Wilder. Now, last month, for the past few months, he's been number 3. Number 1 has been vacant ever since Michael Hunter got dropped from the number 1 position for either A, not paying sanction fees, or B, inactivity, okay? But now they've just inserted Wilder as number 1. Why, oh why, would they do that? Well, this is where the money-grabbing, dirty little fuckwits that they are comes into it. Now, as we know, the WBA have ordered Oleksandr Usyk to defend his WBA Super World Heavyweight Championship against the WBA Regular World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Dubois. Now, Frank Warren, he stated a few days ago now that the WBA requested Dan Dubois to send in a medical certificate giving him clearance to fight an Oleksandr Usyk, because obviously he got injured when he fought Kevin Lerena. Now, according to Extreme Nose Hair, Billy Nelson, the WBA are potentially going to put in their own medical team to assess Dan Dubois. They're not necessarily going to be taking Dan Dubois' certificate as verbatim. Which was a little bit strange when I heard that, because obviously Billy Nelson, he was trying to maybe make it look like the WBA could order Martin Bakole, because obviously number 1 was vacant, next in line was Martin Bakole, so that's why potentially he was saying it. So if it's true what the WBA are doing, where they haven't accepted Dan Dubois' medical certificate and they're going to put in their own independent doctors, might mean that they're looking for a reason to not have Daniel Dubois fight Oleksandr Usyk. Instead, Deontay Wilder. Now, there's been talks, rumours, that Oleksandr Usyk may be looking to fight Deontay Wilder in Saudi Arabia. We know Deontay Wilder, he's been over there in Saudi Arabia recently, and they love Oleksandr Usyk in Saudi. Okay, obviously with the Anthony Joshua fight and whatever else, very, very popular guy. Of course, Tyson Fury let them all down with the Undisputed fight. So, a big fight that the Saudis would be interested in would be a Deontay Wilder. Usyk versus Wilder, hey, it's a big fight, right? The WBA would like a nice little slice of that, but they couldn't have done that because Martin Bakole would have been up next. So what you do is you move Wilder into that position, even though he hasn't had a fight recently. Okay, so that's what you do. So potentially they could be looking to push Daniel Dubois aside by not accepting that he's fit enough to take on Oleksandr Usyk, and instead sanction Deontay Wilder to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Do you see where I'm going with this? The WBA, they think boxing fans are ridiculously stupid. They do. They seem to think that we can't see exactly what's going on. Of course we see it. We see the WBA and their bias with Don King and their bias with the PBC and their god-awful rankings. Okay, we see it time and time again. Now, I don't need to go through the whole top 15, because there hasn't been any other changes other than an insert of number 10 Murat Gassiev. Lucas Brown dropped out, and number 1 Deontay Wilder moved in from number 3 position. And I said, they've done that because what they really want is Usyk versus Wilder. Why? Because they're going to get more money than what they would Usyk versus Dubois. You all with me? I'm sure you are. WBA, have you no scruples? Honestly, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.